All right. You know what time it is.
It's mushroom time, let's go outside, see what we find. It's mushroom time, it's time for mushroom journeys.
All right, what are we looking for today? Muggles, Merkles, miracles, mushrooms, molly moochers, snakeheads, haystacks, dryland fish, hickory chickens, little lanterns. You know what the deal is. We're looking for morel mushrooms. Normally, if you want to have a really bad time out in the woods, just go to a place you've never found a particular mushroom and look for only that one kind of mushroom. That's a great way to have a bad time. But we make some exceptions for the morel mushroom because it's a short season and they're such a great, delicious mushroom. We make some sacrifices. The weather has not been cooperating. We've had some nights in the 30s and even the 20s, which is going to slow them down. And the biggest problem is the flooding. Most of the bottomland areas where I would prefer to hunt for morels are underwater right now. Yet we persist and we do not stop until the season is over. And hopefully we'll find some morel mushrooms. We'll see. Okay, so I'm in the national forest. I've gotten as far away from parking lots or trails or any other places people would normally go. And I found this nice south-facing ravine that I'm going to explore. Seeing as it's early in the morel season, we're going to stick to the southern slopes and south-facing areas, and then we'll progress toward the north-facing ones over the next 3 or 4 weeks. Uh-oh. Greenbriers.
Warning. South-facing slopes may contain greenbriers. Time to double knot the boots.
We're into the second week of April here. Got some of the first reports of morels in the area a little more than a week ago. The Great Morel website has a nice map showing the progression, people reporting their findings, so that's always helpful. And I saw my first morels in person just a few days ago. There it is, the first morel. So they're definitely out here. They're definitely up. Just have to find the right spot, find a good morel hunting area. Hopefully if we head down this ravine, we'll find some loamy flats, lots of elms and sycamores and ash trees, or maybe we'll find the odd large ash or elm tree on the way. Okay, out of the greenbriers. It's still kind of mapley, oaky, and hickory-y. So we're gonna head down water till we can find some suitable land with some elm trees. Here's a white ash tree that appears to be alive. It's got some wounds. Looks like it suffered a bit, but I do see some little flower beds up there. Wow, that's a survivor. Normally you're looking for trees you can't get your arms around, like 2 feet in diameter. Ash trees can be living or dying to produce morels, and elms need to be on the way out, need to be dying. So yeah, that one's probably too small. I don't see any morels here, but it is good to see a living ash tree. Really cool bark. All right, let's keep a move on. Here's a couple elms. Usually you want to find the dying standing elms bigger than this, and they're not as good when they're falling over. Nothing there. Looks like a big dead ash tree up here. It's a nice size one. Looks awfully dead though. Probably not any life left in it. Nothing there. But we are getting down where we got some sycamores, some more elms. So we're getting into a better situation. What the heck? Yeah, daffodils. This must have been a homestead here somewhere. Better go check it out and look for some apple trees. Oh man, look at that dead ash tree. Ginormous. Yep, nothing there. Too dead. Don't see any apple trees. Hey, turtle. That's a good place to be. That's a big snapping turtle. Oh, sorry, bud. I should have left you alone. Oh well, I'm leaving. Huh. Got some foundation stones or something. More daffodils. Lots of spice bushes. Keep going down the creek. There's some scarlet cups. Check out my last video if you want to learn more about those. Okay. Senses are tingling. This is looking very good. Look at that buttress base of that giant American elm tree. Healthy, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it. Here's a nice slippery elm. And you can just barely see the green clustery immature seed pods up there. But this looks like very elmy territory, so this is perfect. And some kind of sinkhole right here. Whoa. Oh my gosh, that's a cave. That's a straight up cave. I can see a hole in the bottom that I could crawl through. Okay, I'm going in. Well, it's pretty crazy in there. It's always bigger on the inside than it looks from the outside. All right, let's keep looking for morel mushrooms. Come on. There's some mushrooms. Some nice fresh auricularia. That is an edible mushroom. Pretty cool. Not a morel though. But still plenty good to eat. Alright. Here's some devil's urn as well. Well, that is a good sign that I'm finding other mushrooms in this area. I don't know. Should I try to eat these? They're not supposed to be very good whatsoever, but they are technically edible. Maybe I should eat them. Just for fun. Lots of elms. Got some black cherries. That's a tree that is also associated with the morel mushroom, although I've never found one by one. Just to keep looking. Hackberry bark. Super cool. Now there's one dead limb on this American elm tree. Yeah, nothing there. One of the other nicknames for the morel mushroom is the wanderer, which makes sense as it does appear to wander from dying tree host to dying tree host, from suitable area to suitable area. But most mushrooms could be called wanderers by that definition. But what's cool about the morel mushroom is that it can make a wanderer out of you and send you out exploring new areas. And sometimes you'll find something really cool. Like it's a waterfall that you've never seen before. Well, that didn't pan out. Maybe if I continued down the creek, had a little more time, could have found some flat areas, some larger trees. But yeah, that wasn't an ideal spot for morel hunting. Need to find a new area. Maybe this will help. Much like in the fall, spring is a great time to take stock of the composition of the forest. Here in the early spring, we see some of the first colors coming to the crowns of the trees in the canopy. We see some bright yellow-ish greens from the sugar maples, bright reds from the red maples, some orangey bits from the tops of the American beech trees, and bright pinks of the red buds in the understory below. And if you look close, you might be able to see the clustered light green and sporadic seed pods of the slippery elm tree. Elm tree is definitely a tree I've found morel mushrooms under. You're looking for dying elm trees. These are alternately branched trees. The American elm at this time of year will show no color, but sometimes seeing nothing can tell you something. Another thing we can look for is the stark white bark of the sycamore tree. Sycamore bark gets lighter as you go up the tree, and it is easily viewed from far away. That's another tree I've definitely found morel mushrooms under. And lastly, you can look for the creamish to whitish ball-like flower clusters of the white ash tree. The ash trees have mostly been wiped out here in the eastern United States by the emerald ash borer, 80 to 99%. But if you live in an area where it's closer to 80%, you might be able to see the oppositely branched flower clusters of the white ash trees. So that's 3 things you can look for to help you find morel mushrooms from a distance.
Next time on Mushroom Journeys.
That looks like a good spot. Let's head over there. There's one more right out in the open. I don't know how I missed that. I almost stepped on it. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah. There's another one. All right.